In this video, I will be going over last week's assignment from Element and Compound Chart. This assignment can be found in the week of January 11th through 15th in the Tuesday folder. This assignment will be counted as a major grade and it will assess your understanding of elements and compounds. Please make sure that you watch this video in its entirety and complete this assignment. For this assignment, you're going to combine the skills that you've learned throughout this lesson. You're going to be counting capital letters to identify how many elements are in a compound, and you're going to be identifying whether the substance is an element or a compound. As we know, elements are made up of only one element or one type of atom, so it only has one capital letter. Compounds are made up or composed of two or more elements. So when you see a compound, it's going to have two or more capital letters. Let's go through this chart and complete a few answers. First, we have H2O. Like I mentioned previously, we're not going to pay attention to the numbers right now. This refers to the number of electrons or neutrons in that element. We're not going to worry about that at this moment. I'm sorry, it's referring to the amount of atoms of hydrogen or oxygen in the element. We're not going to pay attention to that at this moment. The only thing we care about is the capital letters. So we're going to start by completing this chart, this side over here of the chart. Number of elements. We're going to identify how many elements by identifying how many capital letters. Here we have H2O. So we're going to count H, capital H is 1, capital O is 2. So the number of elements is 2. The number of elements is the same as the number of capital letters. So we have 2 elements here. If we have 2 elements, we know that it must be a compound because compounds are made of 2 or more elements. So if this number here is not a 1, that means the answer here is compound. Next, we're going to do number 2. H2SO4. We're not going to pay attention to the numbers because that refers to how many of those atoms are in this element. We do not care about the numbers. We care about the capital letters. Capital H is one capital letter. Capital S is one capital letter. Capital O is one capital letter. So that's 1, 2, 3 capital letters. Number of elements or number of capital letters here is 3. Okay. If this number is not a 1, that means it must be a compound here. Next, we have capital A, lowercase u. How many capital letters? 1 capital letter, capital A. So for number of elements or number of capital letters, we're going to put 1. Since this number is 1, we know that this must be an element. You're going to answer the rest of these questions on your own. The answer choices are here down below. You can use answers more than once because you're going to have multiple elements and multiple compounds. Please complete this chart. I believe you have 2 or 3 attempts to complete it. Do the best that you can. This will be considered a major grade. Thank you.